I'll just share kind of my screen to talk a little bit about Afropolis, which I know many of us have heard about or maybe got some newsletter from us about. But lastly, last week we were, um, should I say we were? Yeah, we were in Morocco, even though I wasn't there personally. But we were in Morocco. My team were there to partner with the Dance Biennial in Africa, which is like the biggest dance platform on the African continent, and they partnered with us to live stream all the events going on in Morocco. And for what is really interesting about this is that usually this particular festival has been mostly organized, spearheaded by France. It's been literally been organized from France, and this is the first time in about since 1998 that a couple of community organizers and choreographers from the African continent came together and more or less hijacked this festival back from the French people. And in a way, it's also the first time that, even though it's within a restricted COVID situation, but at least he has allowed us to also figure out how to organize a hybrid festival. That is to say, it was happening with a live audience in Morocco in real time. And we're able to live stream all the 32 different shows that was happening over a period of 6 days. So yeah, in collaboration with Onmatch, which is another institution in Morocco, just like Qudus Center in Nigeria, and we were able to film all the 14 live shows that were able to come, and all the other 18 shows that was not able to go due to COVID restrictions, and were able to get their works digitally streamed. And we had huge amount of turnout for that as well. And in a matter of 6 days, we were able to gather about 10,588 different audience from 176 different cities globally. This is just those who couldn't go to Marrakesh. Those who could go to Marrakesh makes it even more bigger than this. So for us, it's we've always said that if the whole game about dance is to stop, is to exist within space and time. We are trying to actually defy space and time by making sure that whatever things that we are doing, instead of just having a simple Instagram or Facebook live kind of way to vulgarize what we're doing, it's high time we begin to also create platforms that are accountable to us, that are by us, and most importantly, that are for this whole idea of digital equity and making sure that things that are concerned with African things are not always the backside and the one last thing to for us to be aware of. I don't know if we are aware of the current COVID situation, which is Omicron, and the kind of racism that is already happening within that space as well. I don't know if you've been following it. It's just incredible that when the South African scientists were able to be quick to identify the latest, variant of this pandemic, this COVID that has been around for the last 2 years, then instead of people giving credit and credence to these scientists, in what actually came at the back of that was backlash. Now everybody is red line in South Africa. It was discovered in Nigeria. Canada is saying, oh, red line, Nigeria. UK is saying the same thing. And it feels like if this pandemic has actually broken out from Africa, by now, instead of finding a solution, instead of finding vaccines, what would have found out was that no African country would be able to travel anymore. That's what would have happened in 2 years later. But that for me is not just it's not just this politics and this implicit bias it just feels like it's something natural to the world right now. Anytime we hear Africa, Africa has been the least to be touched by this COVID situation. But many people are not even giving credence to the people. They are saying, no, there must be something they're not doing right. They're not really counting because it's not just possible that Africa should be ahead of every other person in knowing how to survive the end of the world. So for me, as an artist, as a creative, as an entrepreneur, these are all the things, these are all the reasons why I am interested in technology and tasking technology to respond to this thing. For us, it's beyond a matter of another kind of tool. It's actually a way to survive this bias that is just impossible for us to go beyond, especially when Africa is in view. So just to quickly round up all of that, we are currently in our last stage of developing the mobile app, which is going to be something groundbreaking because it's not just an app, it's actually a three-branched media entity that is using community organizing, digital technology, as well as a physical gathering to invent a new kind of platform that is not entirely virtual or digital, but is actually hybrid in a way at which it is being thought about. And it is specifically geared towards performing arts, that is dancers, theater makers, and music producers, and how they can begin to have a particular tool that they can control by themselves. So the other thing I would like to talk about briefly is our annual gathering, which is next year, is happening in Marseille in 2022 in June. And of course, we are already in strict conversation with CAIM as well. What we wanted to do in Marseille is to use our platform as a way to coordinate and organize the top Afro dance leaders on a global scale from all over the world, all over the African world, most importantly, because if you might know, the Afro dance in current time is beginning to like really blow beyond proportion. So, and there has never been a gathering of all of these mega superstars on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, who will be able to gather in one specific place. And we are tasking the institutions, because one of the reasons why people are not making headlines, why they are not transforming all these amazing things they're producing, all this new choreographic language and this innovation that they are bringing to the dance world in current time. The reason why it's not going viral in the institutions, in the institutional circle, is because, again, it's coming from Africa and it's very difficult for people to see African excellence. So since I get to be like this revered and respected choreographer within the international and the institutional circuit, I am using my own weight to be able to gather a bunch of leaders within the Afro dance world and gather us within a festival, the Festival de Marseille, which in France is one of the most important dance festivals as well, to be able to gather at the middle of that festival and then organize a curated event of 1 week and bring all of these institutional people to come and discover what they've been very late in discovering. So yeah, also using this opportunity to talk about this so that anybody who wants to come to Marseille in June next year, that is coming soon. Thank you very much.